I think I've decided that I'm gonna leave Vietnam at the end of July. Still trying to figure out details, but my lease is up beginning of July, and so I'm gonna try and figure out what I'm doing from there. I think, and then possibly do a little bit of traveling locally, and then go somewhere. Um, yeah, I don't really know what that looks like. Um, don't really have a plan yet, but I did find a place to put my things in storage, so that'll likely be the situation. And then I'll go from there. I am really not sure about any of it, but I think staying here and standing still for much longer is probably not going to work well for me, especially if I keep letting diet and everything else slip and sort of like fall back into being in the same place that I was when I got here. Um, yeah, my my visa to Australia got approved. Um, so I might go there quickly. But I'm really not too sure at all. I just know that what's happening right now isn't working. Um, I still really struggling with like even feeding myself, although it's hard to tell with the amount of cookies I've been eating. But yeah, staying on track with diet has been difficult. Making sure I go to the gym, any kind of self care is really sort of slipped away. So there's not really much left, and it doesn't seem to be getting better. I don't think prolonged stay is going to resolve that either. So that is the situation. So I've got a month and a bit to um, get my act together, I guess, and figure out what I'm doing. Uh, yeah, I really sleep's messed up. My whole schedule is messed up. Um, I definitely seem to be able to make it to the gym, do a decent workout. Uh, that's about it. I'm obviously fatter, so I'm stronger, so that's a plus, I guess. But outside of that, not really any upside. Yeah, I don't. Going back to Canada seems to be a step in the wrong direction still. Um, but I'm not totally opposed to the thought now. I don't really see where that gets me. Um, but maybe it's the way to go. Uh, yeah. Um, I don't know. Looking at South America, uh, but that's not really as permanent of a solution as the one that I'm in right now. So, I mean, this obviously is a better long term situation than that would be, but that this also isn't really a fully developed plan. So there's Bali, there's a few other options for sure, but yeah, nothing nothing really stands out as a good idea. Going back to Malta, uh, I was looking at, but this is kind of peak season right now, so um, it's not cheap to live in Malta. Yeah, yeah. There's a few options, but I think that what it looks like right now is that I am going to pack my things up and travel around the world for a few months and put myself into a bad situation that forces me to have to do something about it and go from there. Yeah, I don't. It seems to me that no matter what I aim for, it's never satisfying once I get it. Uh, and so if I stop aiming for anything, then I seem to get very, very unhappy. So I don't know that there is an answer for me that is sustainable. And maybe at the moment I have um, mitigated the the extremeness of my up and down swings, and so I can moderate that a little bit better. But I do feel like that hasn't fully gone away, so um, that's a bit of an issue as well. I did look at some TMS and ECT treatments to see if sort of what that's like cost wise and locally to do it here or somewhere in the area. Just to see if maybe that's a thing. But yeah, I definitely am spending more hours of the day bad than good. And even a lot of the little things seem to have lost their ability to have any effect. So I do think it's time to move on. Trade this problem for a new one. Does raise the question of what the future looks like, I guess. As far as any kind of plan or just what that looks like, I really don't know. Not much to fight for, so it's hard to sort of forecast that out or put any value in tomorrow or the day after tomorrow or the day after that. I did have some thoughts on a few alternative solutions or something like that, but yeah, I don't know. It gets harder and harder to tell too. The more time I spend like this. So hopefully this is the answer, and hopefully moving on is the right move. I do not know. Anyways, it is late and I should try and get some sleep. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have lost a lot of the swings. There's no more excitement. There's no thrill. There's no... I don't even really get energized if I drink energy drinks or like 4 liters of coffee. I just get a faster heart rate. I don't feel any difference. There's no like waking up. There's no excitement. So some changes need to be made.